A factory has plopped down into your hometown, taking over every resource that keeps the small town running. How would you ever get rid of this pest? Well, enter the factory with a plan or not. This is a 5-room dungeon that is focused on the story at hand, and because of that, it is versatile enough to be put into any stage of the campaign and into any TTRPG. Even a one-member party can do it. Though, disclaimer, I built this with my lower level D&D party in mind, so some text is D&D-esque, but can be changed to fit your game. Now, I want to state here that this video in Dungeon is part of the lovely Dungeon Jam 2025. Please see the information in the description and in the playlist at the end of the video, full of the other participants. Now, this video is going to go through the whole dungeon, so players beware. Now, leave us DMs to go through this on our own. No, really. Go, or you can forever hold your peace. So fellow DMs, now that we're by ourselves, the pitch you will give your players is this. The factory for red phosphorus has been built by the corporation, the Red Dragon. This factory has been ruining the local town's resources and put their own enforcers into the village. A fire broke out in town and teenagers have gone missing. Your party finds that they've been held at the factory building. You also suspect foul play for the fire. Now how will you get them out undetected and figure out what really happened? Now before we start getting into the different steps/rooms for this dungeon, I want to provide some fun items to maybe give your players and their party right before the dungeon or even during. 1. A camera to take photos of evidence. 2. Any item that can cause chaos, such as a distraction or a slip up from an NPC. And 3. A night timer. Please just trust me on that one. It will make it go a lot funnier or even just chaotic. But now let's start this dungeon. Step 1. Get inside. Your party has come to the factory building that is right outside of town. You see the warm glow of lights inside and that most of the windows are barred. As you hear the clopping of a horse trotting while drawing a cart towards the double door entrance, you see a guy on top of the cart and a guard at the entrance. How would you like to proceed? Things that your party can do to get inside. 1. Sneak onto a cart. 2. Go through the front door. 3. Go through a window. And 4. Just pretend to be an employee. Step 2. Keycard needed. As you enter what seems to be the receptionist room with a desk, some plants, and another door directly in front of you, as you try to open the next door, you realize it is locked with no keyhole. There is a black cube next to the door on the wall. Now ways through the locked room. 1. A locked box of key cards that have numbers on them and a paper that states name, clock in, clock out, and ID numbers. 2. Those are on the bottom of the desk that needs to be stay pressed to open the door. 3. A guard outside has a key card. 4. A guard in the warehouse has a key card. And 5. Smashing the box open. Step 3. You're now in. You go through the door, and as you go in, an alarm goes off, and you see down this hallway a guard quickly approaching, and on the other side you see an open room that has a closed door, some sort of cabinet, and a few desks. Now the places to hide here is 1. The first door, it's cleaner's closet. 2. In the cabinet, and 3. Under one of the desks. Now after hiding, you hear the guard walking towards with a walkie-talkie in hand, and it goes off, and he says, "Hey guys, someone trashed this place. This isn't a funny prank. Gerald, can you help me clean?" You then hear a guy grumble, then a door open on the far end of the room. He looks back through the door and shouts, "You stay right there!" As he walks down the hallway, you hear him mumbling, like a Jerry. Now, he has gone into the receptionist's office to help clean the mess you guys left. You then hear a locked door beat as to show that it's locked. The area is now safe for now. Door the guard came from. When you peer through the door, you'll see a teenager chained in the room. He seems disgruntled. After a successful perception check, you'll find the teen is trying to hide something, but is trying to keep it cool. What your party can get out of the teen is 1. His friends and him are in the process of blowing up the factory. 2. The teens did not cause the fire. 3. His friend Ricky has the explosives to throw into the forge. And 4. This teen has gotten caught outside and the guard does not know yet about the others. And then things your party may potentially do with the teen as preparation for you. 1. Leave him there. 2. Take him with. 3. Free him and just let him go alone. And 4. Walk him outside. Step 4. Hallways of offices. After helping the teen, your party approaches the hallway. You will see 2 guards at the end of the hallway protecting a big entrance. The guards are having a heated conversation on what is considered a taco. Both guards are very focused in on this conversation, and there are 6 doors down the hallway to enter. Now, throughout going into each room, I would have the party roll stealth. If one hits a nat 20, I would give them the okay to move on to the next room without any other check. These rooms are mainly for gathering evidence. For all we know, the players will just ignore all the rooms. That's okay. That may just change the ending of what happens after the factory. If you realize they're skipping rooms, just add or move some of the evidence to a different room. Encounter teen. While going throughout the rooms, your party will discover one of the teens running from the guard. There is 2 ways that they can encounter him. 1, finding him when opening a door, caught in the middle of stealing anything that seems to be valuable. 2, he runs into the room the party is in, shutting the door, and an awkward stare of silence before the scene starts. Now, you can consider this NPC as a backup device. This teenager could have found a piece of evidence that the party has missed, or leading the party to the rooms in case your party goes into that murder hobo tactic that they always try to do at least once. Evidence items that your party can find within these rooms. 1, the blueprint. It just reveals the walls of the map, showing how big the rooms are and an outline of the platform that is in the final room that is set for the 5th step. 2, stack of open letters or papers. These are resumes for new factory workers. 3, closed letter from the insurance company. If opened, the party will find out it is first payment from the insurance claim of the fire at a factory in Woodborough. On a successful history check, the party will know that it is far away from here, and on a failed check, they wouldn't ever heard of this place. The letter comes with the check amount of whatever suits your game properly. I did 10 GP. 4, the wax sealed paper. This is a letter from a different Red Dragon factory stating that it has successfully burned down. 5, the stack of papers. A small note lays on top. The expense reports for this past week for review. / your assistant. Looking at the expense reports show an increase in orders for raw phosphorus more than seems logical for a factory of this size. This can show a hint of forgery. 6, files. Folders with dates go back to the first day of the factory started on the outside. If the folders are open, they will only find order sheet cards that are completely empty, showing no actual orders have ever been placed. 7, accounting ledger showing discrepancies on any sort of report. 8, proof the forge is fake. The forge itself is made of plastic with the campfire in the middle. It is up to your discretion on how they will get that proof. Now onto silly items, because that's what I am. 1, thumbtacks / pushpins. 2, pens. 3, extra paper. 4, staples. 5, bottles of ink. 6, books on how to be a better leader. 7, one book that is actually a diary of the manager, thinking they're such a poor leader. 8, general boring paperwork. Some papers just sneakily put in stacks, showing how they hate their boss, wishing that they could be a professional kite flyer. 9, a love letter between Jerry and Gerald that has a flavor about forbidden office romance. 10, if one of your players tries to speak to one of the guards at the final doors, they'll find out they go all the way back to high school with at least one of the party members. Now onto the rooms for this area. A, the manager's office. You see a desk with papers, books, litter across the table. You also see a stack of letters, and one is closed. And lastly, a simple blueprint of the building. B, the supplies closet. You enter a tiny closet with a chest and a shelf above it. Seems to be generalized storage. C, the assistant's office. A worn desk sits against the wall, a candle on it emitting a small light illuminating the one wax sealed paper. Stacks and stacks of papers leaning against the parallel wall, clearly showing the chaos of the employee who owns this room. D, secondary office. A pristine office shows in front of you. A portrait of the owner hangs on the wall directly behind the desk. The only thing out of place you see is a small stack of papers on the desk. E, the order data entry room. A dusty storage room with a line of storage cabinets line the furthest wall with small cube drawers, labels, and dates. F, paperwork room. Room filled with books, boxes full of documents, bookshelves full of scrolls. It feels like every and all paperwork is stored here. Now, once your party has gotten through the rooms and gets to the final room, you open the doors and you see 2 teenagers on top of the manager observation deck in a heated fight. One pushes the other, having an explosive fall out of a hand right into the forge below. Then the timer starts. The explosion's delayed, and this will go off at the rounds listed below per party. A large party equals 4 rounds, an average party equals 6 rounds, and then a small party equals 9 rounds. And if you know your party and want more chaos, doing a timer is great too. It is what I've done running this, as it is what my party has discussed wanting more of in a session 0. The objectives now are 1, get all the teenagers out of the building, and 2, gather as much evidence left as possible. Now, where are all the NPCs? The 2 teenagers in this room are panicking and running down the stairs. If your party didn't keep the other 2 from the previous stages / steps, you'll find them in the hallway behind you, whether that is off of a loud crash, them fighting, whatever works, but you definitely find all the guards have left their posts. Now, the ending. Once everyone has safely gotten out of the factory, it blows up, exploding into shards of shrapnel. The bright fire illuminating across the snow-covered ground, and then a few weeks later, your party is found in court, fighting the Red Dragon in a heated legal battle, proving this whole insurance fraud scam is reality. Love this dungeon? Go check out the official Cerebell Discord server. It'll be in the freebies channel to download. Link in description. And if you like this video and dungeon, please go check out the whole Dungeon Jam 2025 playlist. Everyone has a free dungeon available to play. Playlist should be up on screen and in the description below. Have a silly day.